Hey, Proxy, it's Astra here. My concert is just around the corner. You're gonna be there, right?
Welcome to my channel. My name is Kat to the 7th, and I'll be your host today. Astra Yao will be such an exciting agent coming to Zenless Zone Zero because she will be our first limited S-rank support agent. And while they have released agents who have support capabilities such as Shingi and Caesar, Astra is solely focused on supporting her allies through and through. She is also the first agent that can provide healing to the team, and this is such a great thing because previously if you wanted to heal, you kinda needed to use Avakabu. RIP. So when looking at her healing, buffing, easy use, and factoring in that accounts now need 3 teams to beat the in-game content, we can see that Astra will be a fantastic pickup for so many players. So today, we're going to go over her abilities, teams, W engines, drive disc, and some initial thoughts on her kits at the end. So let's get started. Let's start by looking at her basic attacks. Astra will perform up to 3 attacks dealing ether damage, and on the 3rd hit, you can hold the attack button to group enemies together, and after launching other skills, you may also use the 3rd hit immediately after. Moving on to her dodge counter, she will gracefully dodge all enemies' attacks and deal a small amount of ether damage in front of her on the follow-up. Next is her assist. She has an evasive assist just like Rina, Billy, and Julian, so she will always only take 1 assist point regardless of the attack, but she won't help contribute to days that much. However, that is also okay, because that isn't the main focus of her kit anyway. And moving on to her special attack, we actually have a lot to uncover here, but I'ma try my best to condense it. Firstly, Astra's special and EX special attack will also Firstly, Astra's special and EX special attacks will deal ether damage in front of her, and when you have enough energy and hold her special attack, she will then enter the idyllic. The bitch is singing. What else you want me to say? She will enter the singing state, and once she is in the singing state, she will then increase the team's damage by 20% and their crit damage by 30%. While in this state, she cannot move, and will have her anti-interrupt greatly increased and reduce all damage. Oh my god. While in this state, she cannot move and will have her anti-interrupt greatly increased and reduce all damage by 40%. There, I fucking said it. Holy shit. But when you switch to another agent, then she will remain on field and gain full invincibility until the state is over. And furthermore, while she is in the singing state, for every 25 energy, she will gain 1 stack of cords up to a maximum of 3. And while Astra Yao has cords, she can trigger quick assist to her allies in the following scenarios. Number 1, when the active agent hits an enemy, and this can be triggered once every 3 seconds. And number 2, when the active agent's heavy attack hit an enemy, this can be triggered once every second. Also, when any ally enters the field through a quick assist, chain attack, or defensive assist, she will consume 25 energy and launch a fuck these terms, bro. What the fuck? Dealing ether damage in front of her, and by quickly pressing the assist after will allow her to launch a precise assist. What the fuck is a precise assist? Is the shit more accurate? What is this yap, hoyoverse? Are you fucking kidding? But finally, to her chain attack. She will channel her energy and launch an attack dealing massive ether damage and entering the special state. And her ultimate will deal even more ether damage and put her in the special state and restore up to a max of 3,000 health to all allies. Yes, I know it's 2,950, get off my ass. And the next 2 quick assists from the team will now be replaced by chain attacks. And lastly, her core skill. While in her special state, whenever a teammate enters the battlefield, she will increase their attack by 40% of her own, up to a max of 1200. And additionally, if there is at least 1 attack or anomaly agent on the team, then she will restore energy to that agent as well. But now that we've gone through her abilities, let's take a look at some of the team options for her, shall we? When it comes to teams for Astra Yao, she literally works everywhere.
I know, right? Crazy. A support that could work on multiple teams? Who would have fucking thought?
But the 2 team types I believe you'll see the most are 1 attack and 1 stun, or 2 anomaly agents paired with Astra. So now we have to just solve the puzzle and making sure that everyone's additional abilities line up with each other. So here's a few examples. If you want to use Astra with attack agents such as El and Joe, then make sure Lycon is your stun agent, otherwise El and Joe won't get her extra passive, and a stun agent like Lighter won't get his either. For Korin, Billy, and Nekomata, you really need to use fucking Caesar, because Caesar also gives great buffs and can also act as a stun agent for this team. For Anton, Julian, and Haramasa, then your choices are Shingi, but you can also use Ambi if you happen to not have Shingi. If you're using Soldier 11 or the upcoming Evelyn, then you can use Lighter or Koleda, but Evelyn can also use Shingi as well. When it comes to anomaly agents such as Miyabi, Bernice, Yanagi, and Jane, so long as you're running them with another anomaly agent, then any of these pair will work together with Astra. The only two outliers are Piper and Grace, so if you want to use her or Piper, then you need to run her with one of her Sons of Caledon teammates. Now some may ask, why have double support with Lucy and Piper? Well, Piper and Lucy have one of the most synergistic kits in the entire game, and Lucy also has extremely high personal DPS for support, if you were to build her appropriately. So Astra and Lucy together with Piper won't be redundant, and will still be an incredible pairing together. As for Grace, you will need to run either Rena, Seth, or Anton to get her additional ability, but honestly, it's kind of cope. Like, just use Bernice, please. Like, fuck her additional ability, just use Bernice, please. I beg of you. But overall, when looking at teams for Astra Yao, it's all about fitting the puzzle pieces together to make sure everyone is at their max potential, as she will most likely be best in slot in the vast majority of DPS teams you can think of. But now, let's go over and look at some of the W engines and drive discs. For W engine options, her own signature will be her best in slot.
It's fucking crazy. Fucking signature with the character? Fucking crazy.
As it will give any character that enters the field through a quick assist 5 energy, and also increase the team's damage dealt by 16%, stacking up to 2 times. But she still has 2 other incredible options. The second best option is Lucy's signature Kaboom the Cannon. Some people still don't understand just how amazing of an engine this actually is, as it is the most versatile support engine in the entire game, and the passive has a damn near 100% uptime when giving your team a Ooh shit, what the fuck? And the passive has almost 100% uptime, and giving your team 16% combat attack for the whole fight is incredible. For example, if your DPS even has 2500 attack, then they are getting an additional 400 attack for free for just having Kaboom the Cannon. And that's not factoring in Astra's attack buff either. So if you have an extra Kaboom the Cannon landing around, then this is a fantastic choice for Astra as well. And the last engine option I can recommend is Nicole's signature, the Vault, as Astra's damage does count as EX special damage, meaning the Vault will increase her own personal damage and also give your team an additional 24% damage dealt to the enemy you are fighting. If you have nothing to spare though, then the free engine Slice of Time will suffice. For drive disc, there's only one option. Please just farm Astral Voice. Everything else is fucking coke. Like, no, just get the shit. For the love of God, just! Not only is it the best set for her, it is just the best support set in the game, period. And is also paired with Branch and Blade, which can be a 2-piece set for many crit agents in the game right now. As for the stats, you will need 3000 attack to max out her attack buff. So going for attack in slot 4, attack in slot 5, and energy recharge in slot 6 is extremely easy and simple to build that anyone can attain. But don't forget that Astra also has good personal damage as well. So if you are willing to farm for it in the long run, then crit rate in the 4th slot, attack in the 5th slot, and attack in the 6th slot is also really good. And for 2-piece sets, I recommend 2-piece Swing Jazz the most. But if you just really want more damage for her and aren't finding energy to be an issue, then going for something more offensive is also great too. Astra Yao is going to be a great support.
I know, right? Crazy.
But she isn't going to be a must pull by any means.
It's fucking crazy.
However, if you do have the pulls to spare, I do believe she is absolutely worth it for most accounts, and she is going to be a staple support in the game for a long time to come.
A support that could work on multiple teams? Who would have fucking thought?
But I will have more videos on Astra in the future, so if anything changes, I'll keep you updated. But don't forget to check me out on Twitter at Ket7th. Join the Discord as I do weekly giveaways there, and be sure to subscribe for more Zenless on Zero content. And as always, my name is Ket7th, and with that, I'm signing out.
Happy New Year. This year, next year, and every year.